So this is the Center for Black Innovation. It's an organization that I co-founded with my husband about 8 years ago. Hi, my name is Felecia Hatcher. I am the CEO of Black Ambition. I grew up in Delray Beach, Florida, and my story, I was a C student in high school that taught myself how to code, could rewire a cable into my bedroom, but had a guidance counselor tell me that I'd never make it to a college or a university because of my grades. And I went off to essentially prove this woman wrong. I won $130,000 in scholarships and in grants as a C student in high school, and I learned some very important lessons at a really young age. The biggest thing is how to get very creative with limited resources. That's literally been the story of my life. But I was a very curious kid in middle school and high school, and that curiosity really did pay off when I really kind of doubled down in learning about technology. And so I am what a lot of people call a serial entrepreneur. I've co-founded an education company when I was in college. I co-founded a gourmet popsicle manufacturing company. I worked for Nintendo and Sony and the NBA. And then I co-founded a coding and startup school with my husband called Code Fever that turned into a conference called Black Tech Week, turned into an innovation center called the Center for Black Innovation. And now I'm the CEO of one of Pharrell Williams' companies called Black Ambition. And we fund and support Black and Latinx entrepreneurs as well as HBCU students by investing in their really bold ideas, giving them high-level mentorship and support, giving them the resources that they need to succeed as entrepreneurs. My second company that I founded, Feverish Pops, I came up with that idea after falling down chasing after an ice cream truck in heels. Who does that but me? But that was what I would call my Oprah aha moment. I was on the ground for a pretty long time. And so while I was on the ground, two ideas came to mind. One, I'm way too old to chase after an ice cream truck. And two, why hasn't anyone come up with like a cooler way for adults to enjoy ice cream? This was before the gourmet food truck movement. Sometimes entrepreneurship ideas come from just curiosity and excitement and exploring things. And sometimes you're pushed and you have no other choice but to explore entrepreneurship. And that was definitely the journey of Feverish Pops. We launched a gourmet popsicle manufacturing company in my parents' backyard, built a mini popsicle empire with a store, shipping pops nationwide, had companies like Google and PayPal and Airbnb and Forever 21 and Whole Foods as our clients. And we carved out a really, really unique niche in the gourmet popsicle manufacturing space. You know, there were so many challenges that I had to overcome along the journey. You know, as a high school student, it was someone who didn't know me trying to really determine the trajectory of my life, meaning they were trying to define what the rest of my life was going to look like at 17 years old. And if you're not careful as a young person, you'll have people around you that will tell you that you cannot achieve the thing that you know in your heart that you can. And then if you're fortunate enough, you'll have some really good people that have your back and help you along the pathway. And so that first challenge was really trusting myself and the idea that I had even as a young person to say, this is something that I can do, this is something that I can achieve, and I'm not gonna let anybody stop me along the path. And then again, finding the really cool people around you that love your idea and taking them along the journey with you. And sometimes it's a hard lesson to learn because we think we're supposed to do everything ourselves. There's so much that I enjoy about having my own company and being an entrepreneur for the past 13 years. And one, it's freedom, right? So freedom of my time, creative freedom. You know, if I have an idea, I can start moving forward on that idea right now or by the next day if I want to. Freedom of who I get to work with for the most part, right? I get to work with really cool, creative people on an ongoing basis, dreamers and visionaries as well. And those are the things that really excite me about being an entrepreneur. And then I said the other part is having this role of being able to design what the future looks like and using technology to accelerate that. And so those are all the reasons that I love being an entrepreneur. There were definitely some really tough, hard moments where life absolutely punched me in the gut. I think what surprised me more than anything is that I was able to get back up from those failures, from those hard and deep, hard moments of my life where things did not go well. I think sometimes when you think about an idea, you immediately think about everything going wrong and not being able to move past that, or not being able to move past people's criticisms of your failure. And you'd be surprised how much strength you actually have when that is the only thing that you have to rely on. And so this room is really one of our multi-purpose rooms, and people run classes in here, they hold bigger meetings in here as well. It has a green screen, so oftentimes creators are using it to create and record their content as well. And so this is just one of the office spaces, but the bigger office space that's here in the building. My advice to a student that wants to become an entrepreneur is just do it. You are living in the most innovative time of this generation. And so the resources for you to start this thing or your thing is there. There are so many websites that, from Shopify to Wix, that you can have a website up in a matter of minutes or a matter of hours. You can use social media to attract a global audience as opposed to just the people on your campus or the people in your community. And so why not just step out and do the thing, even if you fail, right? Failure is a part of the process, and you absolutely have to trust the process. And sometimes you won't learn the lessons of what you need to do as an entrepreneur until you've stumbled and failed a few times, and you learn from those failures and build up from there.